For the guys looking to get in the production class of a PRS match, you have a $1,000 rifle, Ruger Precision Rifle, $1,250 scope. That will get you in the production class. You don't need to upgrade anything. You can go out of the box with the Ruger, get it in a 6.5 Creedmoor. This Nightforce SHV front focal plane, it's dynamic. It gives you a choice of reticles. It's mil if you want, MOA. 4-14 is fine for competition. Believe me, you're going to be moving around in a PRS style match, so you want to be dynamic. So something to look at is that this package here can get you in a production class of a PRS event. Welcome to Sniper's High. Today we're going to give you a review of the new Nightforce SHV 4-14 by 50 front focal plane scope. This is the front focal plane version of their SHV, which was released in as a second focal plane, more of a lower cost hunting style scope. Here they created a crossover hunter tactical scope. Features mil. I have a mil-R reticle as well as mil-based elevation adjustment. You can get it either way, mils or MOA. As I said, 4-14 by 50 front focal plane. We've had this scope for a little over a month and a half, and we've taken it out several times. Really good results. It pairs really well with the Ruger Precision Rifle. This scope is MSRP at $1,250, so it's for the crowd that can't afford the $2,000 plus scopes, which is a lot of people out there. Designed to compete with the Vortex PST line. Now, I've read all about what people have said in the forums and everything. The 14 power, they'd like to see more of a 5-20, and Nightforce is listening. But I found this scope really easy to get behind, really good glass. I like the parallax adjustment on here. With the 14 power scope, I had crystal clear picture all the way out. The parallax is really responsive, really good. Illuminated reticle, you have the on-off illumination. As I said, mil-R reticle in this version. This also has a zero set feature. Once you zero your rifle, bring the turret down to the 0 mark. Over here, underneath the turret cap, you have the hash marks that tell you what revolution you're on. I got 16 mils out of this setup. 20 MOA rail, 0 MOA base, and I was able to get 16 mils out of it, which is really good for a scope at this point. 16 mils get you more than enough out there. We tested it with a tall target. We tested it on a 4-foot ruler. Now, we've done this a couple times. We go back and forth a lot. I mean, I went through a lot of rounds with this rifle, a lot of rounds with this scope, on, off. And the first time I tall target tested it, I had 13 mils for the 4-foot, which is just shy of the 48 inches. Then, as I was finishing up, I went back and I had about a 12.9. Come to find out, their scope was starting to slip in these rings. Now, these rings were torqued down in this mount. I ran into a couple issues with this mount on and off. The cross bolts, the front one spun, and when I went to put it back on, it wasn't fitting right, so there was movement in this cross bolt. These were torqued down, and I had movement there after, a lot of shooting, well over 200-300 rounds, and I found that the reticle started to cant on me, and it was the rings that loosened up. Took it back, put it all together, re-zeroed it, took it out 500 yards, took it out 1,000 yards. The numbers matched all back up. So I want to say that if you're in that price point, I think this scope is a really good option for you. It's not overly expensive. It's got good features. The 4-14 for that crossover hunter is a good compromise for guys. To be perfectly honest, in the competition setting, I don't much shoot over 14. And I didn't have a problem engaging targets 500 out to 1,000 and plus. Like I said, really good sight picture with this, really easy to get behind, fast adjust on the reticle focus, so there's a really lot of good options with this SHV. Crossover hunter, so what does that mean? Well, it's a little bit lighter than your typical tactical attacker or something of that nature, so you're saving a little bit of weight. With a rifle like this, does it really matter? No, probably not, but with a hunting style rifle, that little bit may save you going up and down those hills. So consider this Nightforce. I think it's solid with the NXS style turrets. It's got really good glass in it, great features, and I was able to come back and forth with it and had a real good results on target with this scope.